I'm back. Rujance for Black and White Network. Well, first of all, Merry Christmas day before Christmas Eve. Is that a thing? Is that a thing? Day before Christmas Eve? Is that a thing? Wife?
Merry Christmas Eve.
Eve. Okay. Anyway, Merry Christmas. Okay, so we're here to dearly beloved. We're gathered here today to take a shit all over Gavin Newsom because that's what they're really good at out in California. In fact, is defecating everywhere, literally. Okay, San Francisco, L.A. has a massive defecation problem. And that's probably one reason why we're talking about this story, because the guy that has very likely 2024 Democratic presidential hopes, the Great White Hype, known as Gavin Newsom, well, he's doing such a bang-up job that he has lost more residents than any other state in the country. And guess what? Ron DeSantis gained the most in the country. It's amazing what freedom and pissing all over wokeness will do for a state. Wow. California, outkick. California lost more residents than any other state in 2022. Florida is the fastest growing. The public is overwhelmingly rejecting the far left ideology and endless mandates of California. All I've got to say about that is, look, if America was overwhelmingly rejecting it, which they should be, we should have done better in the midterms. I don't know what's going on there. Wink, wink. You get my point. Man, as if we needed any more confirmation, Americans are choosing freedom and competence instead of California mismanagement. Now, I will say this. Florida was won by Republicans by a landslide. It was pure, unadulterated domination. That's one of the key takeaways from the latest U.S. Census estimates of population changes in 2022. According to their press release, California had the largest net domestic outflow in the country. Over 340,000 more people left the state for other locations in just 1 year. This continues a trend that started in 2020 as the nation's harshest lockdowns and strictest mandates push residents away, not to mention just general leftist politics. They've got it. Look, the crime out there is pretty much as bad as it is in Chicago and New York. That's absolutely an issue in California. Like I said, homeless defecation is also an issue. I kid you not. It is an issue. In fact, Governor Gavin Newsom's own in-laws fled for the state of Florida, as many others have. Newsom, perhaps the key contributor to this debacle, has now overseen 3 consecutive years of population loss. My only concern when I hear this is, oh, you guys didn't like it, but maybe you came to Texas or you came to Florida, and then you mess around and vote blue. No, don't do that. Don't do that. You stay in California where you belong. You stay out there and deal with what you elected in the office. In 2020, the census estimated the state's population was 39,538,223. That's now dropped to 39,029,342. My God, it's kind of early. A stunning 508,881 loss in just 2 years. Wow, over 500,000 people. California's lost nearly the entire population of Wyoming since 2020 after growing essentially every year in history. This far outpaced expectations as the state demographer told the AP he'd believed there'd be more growth in 2022. Yeah. Quote, I think we will be looking at positive growth when we talk about the year 2022, he said. Great work, Gavin. The inevitable presidential run should be entertaining, if nothing else. Yeah, let's just hope he doesn't get voted into office. Democrats love that turd. That Gavin Newsom, I mean, they literally think he is like the next Barack Obama. No. No, it's scary. It's frightening to think that lunatic could end up running the country. Florida wins while California loses. The Newsom-induced dramatic collapse stands in stark contrast to the tremendous winning in Florida. Ron DeSantis, Newsom's polar opposite. By the way, they're feuding. I think we know why. A potential presidential run by both. Ron DeSantis, Newsom's polar opposite, has created a culture of freedom, competent governance, and pro-parent policies. As a result, for the first time since 1957, Florida led the country in population growth. While California's lost 1.3% of its population, Florida gained nearly 2% in a single year. It's no wonder DeSantis won re-election in a massive blowout. Americans from all over are seeing Florida as a shining beacon of freedom and sanity. I'm going to keep it real. Even here in Texas, we're envious of Florida and Ron DeSantis. We are. Look, we like Greg Abbott and all, but Ron DeSantis has been very proactive as opposed to reactive to a lot of things. Okay? I've got to be real. I just think if Ron DeSantis was here in Texas, I'm not sure this border situation would be going exactly the same way as it's going with Greg Abbott. I'm just putting that out there. Like Greg Abbott, but there were some things he did involving the border that should have been done the moment he knew Biden was going to take office. He knew the floodgates were going to open, but that's for another video. It's no wonder DeSantis won re-election in a massive blowout. Americans all over are seeing Florida as a shining beacon of freedom and sanity. Newsom's California, meanwhile, is an endless land of endless mandates and woke absurdity, not to mention taxes. Not to mention, guys, you wouldn't even believe how hard it is to do something like, oh, I decided I want to build a shed in the backyard for my tools. Good luck. It's going to turn into a bureaucratic nightmare out there. I kid you not. Permits and all kinds of shit. It's going to be a nightmare. My God, we walk out in our backyard and start hammering shit. That's crazy. These trends will only intensify as many of California's sane residents flee in years to come. Domestic migration tells the story with a compelling message. Florida is the future. So, yeah, I felt like it was important to do this video because very likely at the minimum, let's say they do decide to wheel Joe Biden up in his corpse for 2024, and they put him up there and they puppet master his arms and move him around and do the jaw thing to make it look like he's still alive. If they wheel him up there to try to run for president and Trump runs, okay, at the minimum in 2028, you're looking at this, okay? This is your gig in 2028. It's going to be Newsom versus DeSantis for the presidency. My God. I think Ron DeSantis is going to blow the doors off of him, provided everything's on the up and up. I mean, anybody see the landslide that Florida was? I mean, that's the landslide we thought we would see across the entire country. We didn't get it, you know? But Florida proved we can do it. They also have a mayor down in Miami, Francis Suarez. That's a bad mother effer, too, a Republican mayor. And Florida's got it going on. They've got some good political leadership in Florida, without a doubt. And California does not. Should that surprise anybody? People are leaving, but again, better be only conservatives and Republicans leaving. Don't bring your bullshit California politics to Texas or to Florida. You're not welcome. I'm keeping it real. You're not welcome. Sorry. Peace. I'm out. Till next time. Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.